Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Press for Truth TV. Today is Monday, June the 18th, 2012. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I've been certainly keeping busy this weekend as Steve and Brian and I have been going through all of our footage from our trip to Chantilly, Virginia 2 weeks ago to document the Bilderberg Group. And we finally gotten through this weekend. We put in, I'd say, little over 20 hours of editing and watching time. Takes a lot of time just to get through all the footage and watch everything, take all the notes about where anything of interest happens. And so we pretty much got through the bulk of all of it this weekend. And now we're ready to start assembling this into a comprehensive documentary film. So I'm glad to announce that things are steady underway with this new documentary, and we want to go all out on this one. I'm gonna take on doing the music for this one as well, which I'm looking forward to. Probably won't be ready to do that. Definitely not until we have a general layout of the film, kind of a flow to the film from beginning to end. Then I'll be able to sit down and start writing some acoustic guitar tracks and piano tracks and what other kind of songs feel that need to accompany some of the scenes that we've gathered there. And we have found a lot of interesting things as we're going through the footage. We are beginning to positively identify a lot of the attendees who we managed to capture pulling either in or out of the hotel. We've managed to get some screen grabs just by pausing it just the right frame where we can get a clear shot of a lot of the attendees' faces, at which point we'll cross-reference their pictures with some of the already released attendee list from bilderbergmeetings.org, as well as some other attendee lists that have been posted online that we're cross-referencing our info with. But anyways, just wanted to let you know that the new Bilderberg documentary is well underway. I can't wait to get it out there, and certainly we'd like to do something special this time around for the Press for Truth TV subscribers. No doubt we'd like to make it available and make sure that you guys are the first ones to have access to this film and to be able to see it and download it. So anyways, just want to let you know things are well underway as far as the new project, and of course that's going to be my focus. Well, quite honestly, over the next few months, I'm going to just be immersed in making this documentary work. And just from being in Chantilly there a couple of weeks ago, some of you may recall we had a little bit of an experience at the airport there, particularly in Washington at Dulles Airport, where Steve and I were forced to make the choice of either going through the X-ray body scanning, naked body scanner machines, at which we said no thanks, we will opt out of that, at which point we had to get patted down by the TSA. And an interesting thing that happened while we were waiting in line both at Toronto International Pearson's Airport as well as in Washington is I recall when we're waiting in line there, it's a few hundred people. You often have to stand around and wait in line for an hour, maybe 2 hours, in the approaching the customs area. And Steve and I were, especially on the way there, having some interesting private conversations amongst the two of us about our trip, about what we were about to do, and talking about how this Orwellian Big Brother system is ridiculous as we're watching people go through the line and have to get eye scanned and finger scanned and going through X-ray machines. And I recall as we were talking about it, I remember saying to Steve, I wouldn't even be surprised if they're listening to us right now, tapping into our private conversations right now. And although it's incredibly troubling to our privacy rights, I still remember recalling I wouldn't be too surprised if that's already going on. And lo and behold, as the Ottawa Citizen has just put out an article pointing out the fact that that is indeed the case here in Canada, in particular at a airport in Ottawa. Here is an article just out from the Ottawa Citizen. Ottawa Airport wired with microphones as border services prepare to record travelers' conversations. Sections of the Ottawa Airport are now wired with microphones that can eavesdrop on travelers' conversations. The Canada Border Service Agency is nearing completion of a $500,000 upgrade of old video cameras used to monitor its new customs controlled areas, including the primary inspection area for arriving international passengers. As part of the work, the agency is introducing audio monitoring equipment as well. It is important to note that even though audio technology is installed, no audio is recorded at this time. It will become functional at a later date, CBSA spokesman Chris Keeley said in a written statement. But whenever that occurs, the technology will record conversations, the agency said in a separate statement in response to citizen questions. Meanwhile, as many as 88 of the new high-definition video cameras are to be ready this summer. Once the Ottawa equipment is activated, signs will be posted referring passerbyers to a privacy notice that will be posted on the CBSA website and to a separate helpline explaining how the recordings will be used, stored, disclosed, and retained. Although the union representing about 45 CBSA employees at the Ottawa airport is concerned, personal workplace conversations and remarks could be captured and become part of the employee's official record. The CBSA statement said that audio-video monitoring and recording is already in place at other unidentified CBSA sites, at airports, and border points of entry as part of an effort to enhance border integrity, infrastructure, and asset security, and health and safety. So, here they are saying that, at first we're just monitoring your conversations, but don't worry, we're not recording the conversations right now, but we will be recording them very soon. And don't worry, once we begin recording the conversations, it'll be okay because we're going to put up signs informing you that your privacy is being infringed upon, therefore making it okay. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, we're just going to happen to slip in there that this is already happening at a number of undisclosed locations along the Canadian-US border. So they casually let us know that this has already been in place, and that's a lot of the problems with how the Big Brother Orwellian security, all-seeing eye watching over us is done, is dished out incrementally. People, I suppose, are looking at this as well. When compared to having the TSA stick their hands down my pants, I suppose is not so bad. And that's the problem with incrementalism. That's how it works. That's how people are conditioned to going along with these types of measures and being treated like a criminal when having done nothing wrong. So the article goes on to say here, it finishes by stating, the Treasury Board requires government departments to conduct a privacy impact assessment before establishing any new or substantially modified program or activity involving personal information. The assessment is then reviewed by the Office of the Privacy Commissioner. The office this week said it is reviewing a CBSA privacy assessment for the customs-controlled areas. But we have not received a privacy impact assessment regarding audio-video monitoring at the Ottawa airport, said spokeswoman Valerie Lawton. If the CBSA were to introduce audio-video monitoring, our office would expect a full privacy impact assessment, which we would review and make non-binding recommendations as necessary to protect privacy. And of course, it is incredibly important to protect privacy, as I said, at every little step of these incremental advancements is precisely when we have to oppose these measures. Because today it's okay, today it's the airports, and tomorrow it'll be walking down the street, it'll be sitting in a public park, or may potentially be sitting in your very own living room having a private conversation with your family members. So anyways, guys, just something I wanted to bring to your attention today. Again, we have to beware of the incremental steps that are moving us towards this Orwellian Big Brother surveillance grid. So we have to remain vigilant at all times, just as they are doing with us. So anyways, guys, that's it for today. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. Also let you know we're well underway into editing the new Bilderberg documentary. And until tomorrow, that's all for today. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Okay, take care.